Hello. Hi. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm streaming from a new computer, so I'm not sure how this is going, but I'll wait a little bit until people filter on through. But for those who are here, I'm so happy that you're here joining me on this beautiful Sunday, wherever you are. So feel free to use that chat box. Just say where you're checking in from, how are you feeling, and if you're stuck trying to find gifts for others. The countdown is on. We have only a few more days until Christmas is here and other holidays are here. So now is probably the final day to do your Amazon shopping, so your presents can arrive on time, not after the holiday season. And I'm still getting set up here. I'm working on 2 different screens right now that are not mirrored, so it's got to find a better way, more efficient way of doing all this. And trying out a new mic, so I hope this sounds good. I don't know. Let me know. I'm just waiting for some people to filter on in. Hopefully we have a good crowd, because I have a lot of cool, fun things to share with you. And hopefully you can find the perfect and best gift for your loved ones today. And hopefully all the things that I'm showing you can get on Amazon, which are pretty cool. And hopefully they'll arrive before Christmas, not after. Make sure you hydrate. I've been trying to do that as my New Year's goal. Drink more water, because, man, I don't know about you, but I do not hydrate nearly enough. So for those who are coming on in, feel free to use the chat box. Let me know. Where are you right now? I want to know. But no, where are you checking in from? Is it warm or is it cool this holiday season? And what are you struggling with when it comes to giving gifts? I have some cool science facts that I'll be doing ASMR through the gift guide, as well as doing some ASMR when it comes to the science of picking a good gift and the science behind what makes a gift terrible and bad. And so for those who don't know what ASMR stands for, or what is it? Hold on, I always get this confused. It's big, complicated words. Let me get my notes up to make sure I'm not butchering everything. Whoop. Technical difficulties. Where did my live stream go? Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm back. There's always some issues when it comes to live streams, and I'm just embracing it, practicing radical acceptance. So anyway, what is ASMR? And you may be wondering, why am I whispering right now? Well, ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, which means that for some people, unexpected noises like rubbing your hands together or whispering like this, or even touches like this, like finger movements that are close to the screen, can trigger a positive, pleasant sensory response. Some people say it's like positive head tingles that just go through the whole entire body. Sometimes it can be as simple as filtering through some papers or a book. Not when a book falls. But noises like this can be so oddly satisfying for some people. And I'll be doing a video on ASMR, the science of ASMR and ASMR. But I won't spoil that video too much. But essentially, some people have it, some people don't. Some people absolutely hate whispering, and some people absolutely hate the sound of books. But there's some research that suggests that it is all down to your brain. And what your brain feels is pleasurable. And it's kind of like a interesting phenomena that some brains are just wired for ASMR and some aren't, and that's perfectly okay. So if that's what you're wondering what ASMR is all about, hopefully that answers your question. And my stream disappeared. Want to make sure that I'm seeing the attach. Oh, hello, DIYs and Mores from the Fosters. Hello, thank you for checking in. How are you doing today? Struggling with any gifts that you need to give? Yeah, trying to understand what it's all about. Yeah, ASMR is tricky, and, well, spoiler alert, there's not a lot of research on it. Some researchers absolutely abhor it and think it's hogwash, it's all in your mind, but some others actually believe that it is a unique phenomenon like synesthesia, that some people just have synesthesia, some people are just prone and wired for ASMR. And people get all different kinds of ASMR. For me, I love the sound of crackling firewood. I'm one of those people who do enjoy whispers and just certain kind of clinking. Let me see if I can do this. It's nice and pleasant to me. However, some other people, like some of my friends, absolutely hate it and they find it annoying, and some kind of like this response to just punch things in response to ASMR, but to each their own, and find what is right for you. Yeah, and it's hard to find a good gift during this time, especially being with people and giving them the gifts not in person is kind of strange. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, DIYs. It's just going to be my partner and I celebrating Christmas together in our small apartment, and that's okay. We're going to try to make the best out of it and have New Year's? Well, that too. Different kind of ways of celebrating this weird time without it not going completely to waste or not dwelling so much on it. So hopefully we'll give you some ideas of good gifts, things to avoid, and how you can celebrate to make this holiday still as good as it can be. So, comment below if you struggle with trying to find a good gift. Doesn't matter if it's a holiday or a birthday. If you struggle with getting gifts, let me know. And what goes through your mind when you're trying to pick out a good gift. And there's been some emergent research that hopefully this will be really helpful to decrease your stress and anxiety about choosing the perfect gift, and ways and strategies of essentially avoiding setting yourself up for failure and setting yourself up for success. So, first and foremost, a lot of people worry about the price of gifts. Well, lo and behold, here's some facts for you. Americans spend around $650 every holiday season on gifts they give from others to others. And that's a lot of money. That is, I don't know what your paychecks are, but that's more than my paycheck combined. And other countries have similar checks when it comes to, it's a lot of money spending for others, even if you have a big family or a small family. A lot of people have to plan in advance. Well, hopefully this first tip about gift giving is don't worry about the price. That's right. It's not about how new fancy shiny car, a new fancy shiny ring or jewelry, because science indicates and research indicates that spending more does not equate to the happiness or the success of the gift. In fact, what it comes down to is the gift giver actually believes that by spending more on someone, it'll mean that they thought more, or the gift will improve in its happiness level. But what the research indicates that the receiver, the gift receiver, doesn't even know the price of the gift itself. And in fact, they don't really care how expensive a gift is. If anything, sometimes a big expensive gift like, $300 or a diamond ring or something actually creates some guilt of how much they've spent on you, the person. I know for myself, I get really weirded out if someone spends a lot of money on a gift. And oftentimes, sometimes the really expensive gift is maybe not even what I wanted. And now I'm like, oh gosh, now I have to pretend I really love this gift, even though it was way outside my price range. And I don't even know if I can use this thing or wear this thing. So usually when it comes to really expensive jewelry, I'm like, I'm staying at home. I don't know where I'm going to be showing off this bling or anything of that sort. So essentially, don't worry about the price. Really consider about the gift itself, like what you're giving the person, not the price tag associated with it. And secondly, don't worry about the uniqueness or specialness of the gift itself. Right. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Overthinking, trying to find practical ones. And you know what? You're right on target. The research suggests that giving practical gifts or gifts people actually use instead of the weird, unique, one-off gifts, the uniqueness of a gift does not equate to the happiness or the appreciation of the gift. So essentially what the research indicates is that give people what they want. Ask for wish lists. Ask, what have you been really wanting that you haven't been able to afford lately? Or what's something you've been dying of having? Or even this question of what would make your life easier and better? And there's a lot of tech gifts right now and a lot of work from home gifts that I'll be going through that can really help people out, especially if they're stuck at home and they're still trying to do telehealth or Zoom meetings. That can really be a practical, useful gift. So I really suggest, and the research suggests this too, don't give people those stupid one-off holiday packaged things that would only be used in the holiday season, because you only get maybe 24 days of this gift. It's not very applicable throughout the year, so avoid giving season specific cute and quiche things and really think about a practical gift that can be used throughout the seasons. First thing that comes to mind is, hey, cooking utensils, cooking pots and pans, even a good knife can be a wonderful gift that can be used throughout the seasons. I know one of my favorite gifts was a good quality knife that I use every single day. And it was one of the most thoughtful, purposeful gifts. And hey, I've been using it nonstop and it's still not dull. And it's kind of cool that you can have that connection with someone that in some weird way, shape, and form, they're a part of my cooking journey. They're a part of nourishing my body and mind, which is a really cool way to be a part of someone's life. Okay, so third gift tip is really think about the long-term use of the gift. This kind of goes hand in hand with practical gifts. The more use, essentially, the better the value and the better the appreciation, a research study found. So essentially, don't give those gimmicky gifts. Don't last minute shop, essentially, for something that's right at the checkout aisle or something that's seasonal again. Think about something that can be really practical, maybe used once a day, every day. And that will really appreciate and increase the value of the gift. And that doesn't mean that the gift have to be really, really expensive. I'll go show you, actually one thing right now is this little massage ball. And I guess, spoiler alert, I'm giving these a lot out to my friends and family because they're so awesome. And this ball can be used anytime, anywhere. And I think it's only $25. And I use mine every single day. And hopefully, finding a masseuse right now or being able to have a body massage is still a little bit iffy with COVID restrictions. And you don't really think about how often masseuses are touching other people's bodies and all that blah. So you can give them the gift of a personal massage with this. And it's pretty cool. It vibrates and it has 4 different settings, which is really cool. And of course, you can use it on your feet. You can put it behind your back when you're on Zoom calls, and you can get a massage even on your Zoom call, which is pretty cool. And this is the 4th tip I have for you for giving a good gift, and that's looking for and finding and giving experiential gifts. And what I mean by experiential gifts is kind of the gift that keeps on giving. And I understand this is hard now with COVID, where in-person events, whether it be concerts or massages or some kind of trip, may be really hard. But I encourage you to use your creativity to find experiential gifts that people can do at home. And one kind of thing goes hand in hand with, a lot of times I would love to give gifts as far as massages or going to a spa and stuff. Well, try to do that from home. So this is an experiential gift that hopefully can be used on a daily basis, really practical, and as a form of self-care and self-soothing. So give them the gift of a massage from home. And I have a few other kind of cool props, if you would, of self-massage, that they can have a whole arsenal like I do of different ways to help them massage themselves. And another thing is that 5th tip is give someone something that you love and maybe related to something that you have in common with one another, like a hobby or something of that sort, or a memory that you guys share together. And what the research indicates is that if you give a gift that reminds that person of you, of the experiences and shared hobbies that you have, it actually increases your relationship more. And so we are so good, and research supports this too, we are so good at finding gifts for ourselves because we know ourselves best. So this is an encouragement and a permission to give. If there's a gift that you want for yourself, go ahead and get it, and get the same exact copy of it and give to your best friend. If you're like, oh my God, I love this, I know my best friend would like this too, there's no shame in getting the same gift for each other. There really isn't. And so that goes to say, like, if there is multiple or a big family and you know that that person, like all your cousins, will enjoy the same thing, like a massage ball, go ahead and give them to them. And it's not anything that's like cheapening the gift itself, as long as you believe that they would really enjoy it and you have something in common to share, go ahead and get it. I know one of probably the best gifts that my best friend says is this awesome makeup palette that is astrology based and it's a really big palette. I should have gotten it. But anyway, I absolutely loved it for myself, and I knew she would too. So I gave the gift of the same makeup palette to her, and she absolutely loves it. And it's really cool whenever I use it and she uses it. We usually text each other and be like, hey, I'm using the same like astrology makeup palette. I'm thinking of you. And it's really cool to have this connection, even from afar. We live several states away. And it's just a really nice reminder of our love of makeup, our love of astrology, and just having that connection together. So you have full permission to give the same gift to multiple people the same year. It's okay, as long as it's really thoughtful and you really believe that the person will like it. So the sixth tip is really simple. Ask them what they want, really. And you may have to be a little squeaky wheel. And there really is a reason a wish list exists. Oftentimes, what we've been doing this year especially is exchanging Amazon wish list gifts. Yeah, so with Amazon, you can create a gift list of what you wish, or I guess it's called a wish list, and we've been sending it to all our family members. And so really be sure that, hey, you're going to like what you're going to get, and it still keeps that anonymity too. So the person who makes the gift list, they don't know what they're getting. It still shows like you didn't get anything, but over time it'll remove the items in the wish list, so people don't double up on gifts. There's no need for communication or like planning out like who is giving what. You can see what is available and what is not, which is really cool. So hopefully this helps, and really just working up the courage to ask what that person really wants. And if they say, oh, I don't know, don't give me a gift, like really try to be honest with them and ask, I really want to celebrate you. I really want to treat you. What is, something that could be really helpful in your life? Or what is something that you wish you had more of? And this again gets at the values of the person, and hopefully looking at things that you can give so they can fill those gaps with something really helpful and useful. And the final seventh secret and tip I have for you: don't overthink it. It's as simple as that. Don't overthink the gift giving process. And I know easier said than done, especially since a lot of people are so concerned about rejection of the other person not liking the gift. Or I'm sure you've been in that same position of trying to fake like, oh, thank you so much, I'm gonna use it every day, and just put it in the closet and use it for a white elephant gift. So to avoid that, really ask them what they want. Again, use all these 6 previous tips. And what was really important is, again, don't worry about the price. The price has nothing to do with the acceptance or the appreciation of the gift. What research indicates is the perceived amount of time spent looking or thinking about the gift is where the appreciation really comes from. So it's really, the old adage is correct. It's the thought that counts. And really, finding maybe something that you have to look hard for, maybe a limited edition album cover or vinyl, or even a limited edition when it comes to someone like a collector, like a special edition of a video game or an action figure, something that you have to really go out of your way and, 1, know the person, 2, know what is kind of missing from their collection or missing from their life, and 3, finding something that really would be appreciated and that you spend some time for. And have no shame saying like, oh, I looked really hard for this and I finally found it. Just sharing that story of how much you really appreciate this person and the journey of trying to find the gift is really cool. And I guess I'll show another kind of gift that I really like giving is the experience of tea. So this is one of my favorite tea shops. It's the Asheville Tea Company. It's locally here. Everything in this tea is locally grown, which is really awesome. And it's just so cool to share that literal piece of our local artists and a part of home with other people who have no access to, what is it? Locally grown cacao, locally grown black tea, and even some locally grown chilies are in here, which is really cool. So it's like a spicy, smoky tea, which is really interesting. So again, it gives this experience. It gives you like a piece of your experience in your piece of home too. And it's a, experiential gift that keeps on giving. You can have a tea every day if you so choose and really appreciate that too. So really putting in the thought and the attention behind it can be so helpful. So comment below which of these 7 tips will be most helpful for you for today. Let me know. And also let me know how it goes. If this puts value in life, spikes some, light bulbs in your head, definitely comment, definitely subscribe, and share with others that hopefully this could be really helpful for them. That it's not a big deal, If anything, even if you give like a really crappy gift, and it can be a gag gift if you so choose, it can be, part of that process, that experience of just laughing and enjoying. I know some humorous gifts I've had are, memorable because of how crappy or silly they may be. And again, it's all about the thought, not the price, not, overthinking it, but really sharing that piece of your life with someone else. Right. So looking at the comments right now, yeah, the wish list is so helpful. And again, with Amazon being everywhere, they can deliver it. And usually it's delivered way before Christmas. And I know Christmas is coming up and the holidays are coming up. So let me know if you have any other questions in the comments below of what would make a good gift. And now I'm going to be switching gears. I'll look at the chat every so often to see if there's any comments or concerns about, hey, is this going to be a good gift? Is this psychologist approved? And I'll let you know. But now I want I'm going to guide you through kind of like ASMR style of all my favorite things that I've bought for myself and bought for gifts for others that have such great receptive feedback, that are really practical, that are cheap, and are all on Amazon. So I'll just start off, let's see. Where is my gift guide? And I'm throwing some ASMR in here too because it's fun just playing with things, and maybe you'll find new triggers. And triggers being a word of that stimulate that head tingle response. So let me know and comment below what things that I am going to be playing around with give you some head tingles. So starting off with my favorite gifts, I know I've already shown this one before, but this is my favorite little massager. I'll read off the name. So it's Electric Vibrating Massage Ball, 4-speed, high intensity, fitness yoga massager roller, relieving muscle tension, pain, pressure, rechargeable, washable. I actually didn't know it was washable. And good for neck, back, waist, foot, excel, body massager. Long story short, I use this every day. I use this during seeing clients and they have no idea because it's so small. I just put it in the back of my chair, and usually they can't find or hear the massage. So giving you a sample of this massage. There's 4: high speed, intensity. So this is the lowest speed, higher, highest, and this one oscillates. And I know with any kind of massagers, when you look up massagers on Amazon, sex toys and other pleasurable toys pop up. It's part of the process, but this one is really great, and I'll put the link in the chat if I'm able to do so. So you can go ahead and buy it for the people who may have some chronic pain or muscle fatigue. I know for a lot of people doing work from home. Sitting sucks. Sitting is death. So just massaging out those really bad kinks in your thing. I actually really love laying down on this, and just massaging it on the ground can really help kind of with a trigger point. So that's gift number one. As far as people who are wanting a massage and don't want to be an arm and a leg or risk their livelihood. And I believe this one is $24, $25, which is awesome. I'm sending out all the ones. As you probably know, Amazon has a lot of duplicates, but this one is the cheapest one of the massage ball family. So let's see, next up is another massager, but it can be really helpful too. Is this thing. I know, it looks really weird. You'll see this in one of the videos in my latest podcast. This thing, you can twirl it, you can do everything. No, it's not a double-ended dildo. It's called a Theracane. Actually, what is the actual name for it? LuxFit Back Massager Handheld Tool. Newest version. Steel balls. Oh, there are steel balls. I don't know if you can hear this or not. Stimulate a Shiatsu deep tissue trigger point self-massage stick with extra long. So with this, it looks really strange, but if you want to give your best massage, and honestly, I prefer this over massage guns, is just put it behind your neck and back, and you can get right where those trigger points, the scapula has a lot of stress, and all you have to do is find it and just pull on it, and it's as easy as that. And oh man, I think I just cracked something or popped it out. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat right now. It's amazing, and they're pretty cheap. This one, I believe, is $19 or $25. Best investment. I mean, if you can't see a masseuse anytime, this gets everywhere, even like right here. I love putting it right behind the neck, which is a great way. We hold so much stress in our body. We have so much stress in our our jaws as well as our neck. Like I like to say, our issues remain in our tissues, and we gotta get them out. So I love that some people know what a Theracane is, and hopefully you can give these to other people. And I'm going to be giving these to a lot of my friends and family because it works wonders. I use this between clients, having a really rush session or something of that sort, and just get that stuff out. So let me grab another massager thing. So I know this looks kind of weird. It kind of looks like a little snowman, doesn't it? So you probably have seen one of these before. If you haven't, this is a Rollga. Essentially it is, what is it called? It's a foam roller. And this foam roller is made of foam. And there's a lot out on the market of various foam rollers, but this one is by far the best. So the thing that I love about this is that the grooves are perfectly aligned to your spine. So your spine kind of like fits right in here, and a lot of the tension that you have along your spine is right in here. There's other ones that I've seen that are just like a flat or just a circle. That's not going to do anything. You really want to focus in kind of like a massage stick or a Theracane. This really helps get the pops out. So, yes, foam roller. But this is by far my favorite foam roller. And I think this one was 34. Let me double check. But with this one, it really is the cracking machine. Like, I lay it down on it every morning to get the kinks out, and it does its job. I have another green one. I don't know if it's around here anymore. I had a green one that was kind of this flat. It did not do any justice. I actually found this same one was in my old kickboxing gym. Rip 9 round. And they had this one, and there was some days that I just went to the gym so I could roll on this. It was that good. And I just decided I had to get one for myself. Really good for muscle soreness after a long day. Again, massage really helps bring that relaxation, let go of the stress. And with this, it's so lightweight. And probably my favorite thing about this is that it's the gift that keeps on giving. And it doesn't go bad, obviously. I've had this for like over a year or 2 years, and it's still really great. There's nothing puncturing it or anything like that. Some of the other foam rollers get really gunky and nasty, and you don't want that. So here's another one as far as massaging goes. I know this looks really weird. So this is a massage gun, and probably you've seen a lot of different massage guns on Instagram. I know they're kind of trending, the Theragun. But this one I found, I love that you can actually adjust the, let me see if I can do this. You can adjust how it goes angle-wise. And you can replace the various tips. So this one is like a very central part. They got a big old knob one, and they have like a prong one, which is pretty cool too. And I love the handle of this one too, so you can actually do it on yourself. I use this every day, especially I have so much tension in my neck right now because I'm staring at a screen like 16 hours a day. And this has 4 different levels, which is pretty cool. Nice level. I know, it's really strange. Next one. Third one. And the ultimate. Feel the power. So this one is the Theragun. It's not the Theragun, that's a certain brand. This is a knockoff brand and works just as well. I think it's $80, which a normal Theragun is $100, close to $200. You can get the same exact thing. It's just like a huge motor that you do it yourself. So I'll go ahead and put that in the chat box if you're interested in looking at it. Try to find the ones that are the most affordable. This one is the Muscle Massage Gun FITINDEX. Powerful percussion, deep mushroom. And I know when I used to get massages in real life, in a past life where it was fine, they would charge extra in order to use a Theragun in session. I think it was like $50 extra for like 15 minutes of using a Theragun. And so if you think about doing math, I'm not going to do math, but if you think about math, just buying one of these, you can have as long as a massage as you want, multiple times a day, for probably the cost it would have 2 sessions of a massage in person. So I've got this like a year ago, and it's still really great as a rechargeable battery, which is awesome too. Really great for athletes. So if there are any athletes in your family or individuals with chronic pain or just muscle tension, this is such a great tool. I will say is that even though it's a self-massage tool for your own kind of self-massage from the back, I find it's best if you have someone else that is willing to give you a massage with it. I just find that you can get in really deep, and the other person can like get some muscle grease into or elbow grease into it too. Yeah, I'm reading the chat right now. Literally pass out in your car. Yep. Yeah, so hopefully this has some good ideas for people who really need to stress less in their life. And I'll link all these things in the description. So even if you are watching on this replay, you can get your gifts and have really effective gifts that hopefully people will love and use every day. So now I'm going to switch gears to hydration. Like I was saying, gotta hydrate. That's one of my new goals coming into 2021 is hydrating. And I will say, it's really important to get a good water bottle and a good coffee water bottle? No, what is that? Thermos, yes. So I'm kind of a stickler, and I guess I'm a thermos snob. So, man, I take my coffee and tea drinking really seriously, and I want a thermos that can last all day, that is leak proof, that is insulated, like vacuum insulated, and ideally can do hot and cold. And the only one that I could find that looks pretty too, that holds up through any kind of dings, is this brand called Zojirushi. Wait, I'm mispronouncing that. It's a Japanese brand. It's Zojirushi. There we go. Zojirushi. It's a stainless steel vacuum insulated mug, 20 ounces. And what that means is you get like 2 to 2.5 cups of your coffee or tea or whatever you have it. And again, I love this. I've had this one for how many years? Going on 3 years. There's some kind of dings, not too bad. I say dings are a part of being loved, but it is completely vacuum sealed. Nothing's coming out whenever it's going back and forth between campuses and just spending all day on campus and graduate school. That's why I bought 2. I needed a morning coffee and an afternoon tea. And they're really, really lightweight. I cannot believe how lightweight they are, because some thermoses are really, really bulky. These fit into every single car compartment and backpack, lunchbox, water bottle holder. And the thing I love about this is they come in so many cool colors. This one, if you can't see, it's a little bit shiny. And the thing that I love is it has a little lock right here. It's been very well used, but you can lock it or unlock it, so it's double protection. And what I love too is this noise. And usually you can see steam coming up from it. But if you can take a look at the nozzle itself, don't want to spill any, but it has a nice little lip sensation, which I absolutely love. And everything of this is completely machine washable, so you can take it apart, which is pretty cool, because if you've ever taken apart a thermos before and you see gunk, that's not good. That's mold. That you're drinking mold. Oh, that sounds weird. I'm just playing around. But anyway, you can detach all these things, put it through the dishwasher. I put it in the dishwasher nearly every week, if not every other day, to really give it a good clean, and it still works great. And probably when you're thinking about a good thermos that's lightweight, pretty, actually does its job, vacuum sealed, no leaking. The coolest thing about the Zojirushi brand is that it literally, the heat, it lasts 24 hours. Like, they do not lie. So if I pour some coffee in in the morning and I forget about it, don't have enough time to drink it. I wake up the next morning and I still have hot coffee, which is pretty amazing. And I will say, if you can use this with hot and cold, cold lasts even longer. Like, my test when it comes to a good thermos is if I can put ice cubes in it and there's still ice cubes by the end of the day, maybe even the next day, that's a sign of a good thermos. So this is my kind of brand. I have multiple ones. I'll put it down into the chat box here. Yeah, that's awesome. So you know what I'm talking about. I mean, it is a night and day difference when it comes to it. And the I can never see this, Zojirushi. Only one other person in my life has been like, oh my God, you have the same water bottle that I do. Because it is a Japanese brand that I think they have their website, but they're on Amazon mostly. They come in different sizes too, so I've considered getting a little tiny mini one. That's really great for like kids or others, or just want a little something throughout the day. So with this one, this size, the 20 ounces, is 30 bucks, which I know when I say 30 bucks, it can be like, oh my God, why are you spending 30 bucks on a thermos? But I got 2 of them. Actually, I have 3 of them. And it's worth every single penny because I was going through a lot of thermoses. Either they would break, leak in my book bag, potentially like leaking over all my school papers and stuff, and they would not keep anything cold. So it's worth the investment for your body and mind. And here's another one too. So this is my big boy. This is a 35 ounce that's specifically for working out, and it's cool based, so put cold liquid in. But what I really love about it is I just think it's really sleek. I love the gradient here. It is withstand a lot of damage. So I can't tell you how many times I've dropped this. And again, keep ice cubes in here. It's going to keep cold even if you leave it out in the sun, which is awesome, especially if you're working out outside, especially in the summer. But this is my favorite thing, is it's like double locked. And again, I love the nozzle of it. I know it looks kind of strange, but mouth feels important to drink your liquids, encourages me more. I personally hate the water bottles that you have to screw off, because for me, it just seems like it's a chore to drink. So this one you can just pop on open, guzzle it down. Again, there's plenty of like little accessories that you can pull off and wash, which are really awesome, especially, again, you don't want to be drinking mold. So I'll link that in the chat box too. I know I've converted my parents to get some of these too, because they do such a great job, and you know, finding a good water bottle is important. So that one is the 35 ounce, the big boy. Just comparing the big boy, and you can like mix and match them. So I want it to be on theme, which is pretty cool. And so the big boy is 44, which isn't too bad, especially since I've had it for over a year, probably dropped it every single day, and it still looks, in my opinion, pretty good. All right, time for a coffee break. Yum, I'm drinking, actually not coffee right now, I'm drinking coconut tea, high calf coconut tea, my favorite. So let me know in the chat box and comments below, which of these gifts would you want to give to yourself or to your friends, or if these are really resonating with you and giving some good gift ideas. So still moving on to kind of home office fitness. With 2020 being the way it is, most people are working from home, and most people don't have the kind of gear to make Zoom calls or for other kind of therapists out there, lighting's really, really important. And I'm sure not everyone has like soft boxes or professional lighting to do their sessions with. And I wanted to show you the ring light that I'm using right now. So this one has 3 different settings, which is cool. And you can change up the lighting. So I'm using it right now. So just take a notice and notice how it looks. And there's not like too obvious of a ring light. So some people really hate the alien look of the ring light, but this is it. Oh. So the thing that I love about this is, okay, look at the difference in the quality of the light source. Now, given I do have another monitor out here, so it may be giving a different kind of light source thing, but it makes a night and day difference between kind of flattering angles. This one's up really too high. So it looks a lot better, in my opinion. And there's some emerging research when it comes down to light source being really important for just the quality of the calls that you're having, especially when it comes to telehealth or teletherapy or even your Zoom calls. Most people want to look presentable, and some light sources, especially if you're doing it in the kitchen or something of that sort, are really harsh and magnify the maybe your imperfections or some things that you are really self-conscious about. But hey, lighting can make all the difference. And this is the only one I could find on Amazon. It's $19.99, which is not too bad. There's some other Selfie lights that are like close to $100. It's like, why? And what I like is it's clippy. And so it's a very light clip that can work perfectly on your laptop, on your screen as well. And what I love about it is that sometimes I go in and out of my therapy office and back home to my home office. And so I just throw this in my bag so I don't have to lug around a full-on light source. So again, let me just show you kind of like it gets really bright. And the 3 symptoms, not symptoms, what am I talking about? There you go. The 3 settings, this is the natural light. It's a little bit too harsh. So this is its low-end setting. I prefer the lowest setting just because I'm close to it. And then this is the white. Let's see. This is the white light. So this is supposed to be kind of like fashion shooty. To me, it looks a little bit too harsh, even on the lowest setting. And then the warm one. So if you want to look golden bronze, that's for you. But I prefer the natural lighting because it just looks like I'm in front of my window and it doesn't look too noticeable. Yeah, and I'm just looking at my comments right now. Yeah, it is really awesome, and for YouTubers, this is even better because you can clip it on. You can actually clip it on your here. That's the link to it. You can clip it onto your phone. So I have a really dinky Amazon or Android, so you can clip it onto your camera too. So works really great for both your laptop and your phone. And it's rechargeable too, so I was just charging it. I will say that the battery, because it is very small in battery, probably lasts like an hour to an hour and a half of constant use. But what I was doing is that it comes with a little rechargeable USB, and I just keep that on, especially when I'm doing any kind of vlogs or picture taking. And again, it's only $19.99, and this was on the cheap end when it comes to the 3 different settings of the quality of the light source, as well as the intensity. A lot of ring lights out there on the market are either way too harsh or like get that weird kind of alien glare in your eyelids, which I don't like. Don't come clippable. Actually, I'm going to be really weird and unclip the other one, which I don't like. So this is the weird contraption that I got before. So this was the previous light source ring light that has 3 different attachments, and I thought it would be a wonderful idea of having both a ring light, something I could hold on my camera, and then put in my mic on here, and it has a clip. But just this is just no. I was bringing this in and out of the office like a weirdo because I hate overhead lighting. Light source was just really unflattering and really unprofessional. But I can say that I have not used this one, and this was like $35 for this whole set. I still, day in and day out, use the small little ring light instead. So I'm going to put this one back. Had some things shipped around there. I don't know, you can see this. Yeah, the ring light, that's where I got it from. Let's see. There we go. That is the link to the ring light. Again, I'll put all of these in the description when I upload the live count to it. But hopefully this could be really great for anyone, really. I was thinking about giving my mom one of these. She's a teacher and needed a selfie light because the light source she didn't like at all. Thinking about giving these to my friends who like taking selfies, other YouTubers, and even other therapists too. Again, the light source increases the quality of you being able to see my reactions, and your facial expressions are so important when it comes to therapy and telehealth. And it's just so easy. I mean, look how small this is, and it packs a punch. Clippable. I mean, can't go wrong with that. And so it can be given to anyone and be a gift that keeps on giving. So yeah, comment below who you think you would give a selfie light to. Maybe someone unexpected. Maybe your grandma. Who knows? All right, so we went through, again, going through home office stuff, and, 2020 really disrupting things. I wanted to go through some of my favorite eco-friendly note-taking things, planners and notebooks, because I don't have a lot of paper, or my printer doesn't exactly work very well. So I wanted an ability to take notes, especially when working with clients or just for my own kind of ideas and self-expression. But I also was really annoyed as far as having so many different planners, so many different notebooks, and not knowing which notebook is for what. And I really wanted to decrease my use of paper, because if you think about it, notebooks are really damaging when it comes to how many trees you had to kill to have a notebook. I really wanted to have something that was also a bridge between analog and digital, where I could physically write something off and download it or put it to the cloud, if you so speak, so I can access it online anytime, anywhere. And so the things that I love best is called, Panda Planner, and it's the Rocketbook Panda Planner. So this thing is just really cute. I love the panda on it. The color is my favorite. And it has a lot of papers in here too. And so I was a huge fan of Rocketbook series. I have so many different kind of planners out there. But I bought a previous planner for them, and it was okay. But the Panda brand, the Panda Planner, has things down to a T. So I am in the process of redoing everything. So just giving you a tour of it. So with this, it has a month by month kind of day and events, so you can just see your big events from the month ahead. I still need to do some of this, and look at how beautiful this is. Just really big. having all the notes, and I love just seeing a month ahead, visually planning things out, plenty of space. And the coolest thing about this is it's reusable. So you use Frixion Pilot Erasable markers and pens on this, so you can reuse everything, and that's what I literally love, because I love taking down notes and to-do lists, but I found I was using so many sticky notes, throwing away everything, that it was really damaging and not that great for the environment. So this is really great as far as the Panda Planner. It really goes through, for example, your priorities. And it really is thought-provoking to put down your priorities here. And also just really what I appreciate, especially this, they're using a lot of psychology here. That's why this is psychologist approved. They break down goals too. And when we think about goals can be helpful or unhelpful, but they're really trying to make smart goals, of really trying to get really specific with your goals, how you're going to measure your goals, the milestones. So how will you actually implement this goal? Like, let's say I want to get 100 subscribers by my birthday in January. How would I do that? And hint, hint, wink, wink, please. I would really appreciate that. Birthday present. We'll see what happens. And then really being honest with yourself of the key habits. What are the things that you're going to be doing to make this into reality, really prioritizing things. And the cool thing about this is, again, you can physically write down things with, again, research suggests writing things down physically helps you remember it better, and you're more likely to accomplish it than just typing it out. So the physical, writing something down has a lot to do with it. And the cool thing, because it has an app too, which is really cool. You just take a photo of it within the Rocketbook app, you upload it, and you can categorize it. So I don't know if you can see these, but at the bottom, they have different destinations. So you can put, if you circle it, it automatically goes there. So if I circled, actually, let me see if I can have a little pen. So if I decided to circle this, it would probably upload to my email. Or if I circle both of these things, it would go to my Evernote directly right after I uploaded it. So it really takes off the kind of organizing and situating, because that's way too much time anyway. And going through all of this, probably the best, trying to find a cool little spread here. Being really honest about your obstacles, if-then routines, which if you have seen my Whoop Your Life into Shape, scientific way of getting your goals and wishes into reality, they're using the Whoop method, which is really cool. So I'll link the Whoop method up here or down there, so you can start making your dreams into reality. But let me just show you this one cool thing without any too much private information. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is good enough. So this is the nice spread when it comes to day to day, which is really awesome. So I previously showed you the monthly, but this is the daily, and there's a lot of dailies, which is awesome. So with this, it has, what you're grateful for, and it's usually, mine's pretty much the same thing. What I'm excited about. Apparently that day I wasn't very excited about things. Maybe I should have done that anyway. And then today's wins. So it's really encouraging you to use this throughout your day. And I didn't come back to it, I'll be honest about my wins. But really what I love is being able to return to this and really say, okay, how can I improve? And my favorite thing about this, I'm all about affirmations. The power of language is really important for both mindfulness and hypnosis. So I think about things, either mantras that I really want to focus in on the day. So Being a recovering perfectionist, I really say this often, good enough is good enough. Just getting that stuff done, it's good enough. And so I also try to have, there's a focus boxes here too. And having attention abundance, I like to do a lot of different things at a lot of different times, multitasking. So I've really been more intentional as far as one thing at a time. And exercise, whoops, did not do that one, be honest. But when I do it, it was nice to see the chain of the events and habits that you're doing. And again, just putting over your priorities here. And I love how they only have 5 spots, which again, any more than 5 priorities in a day, they're most likely not going to happen. So comment below what of these, this planner could be really helpful for someone, whether it be a student, a busy mom, even a business entrepreneur. This could be so helpful because you get that journaling component of reflecting your wins. And then especially for students, this is so helpful because it does link to your calendar too, which is pretty awesome. And it just allows you an opportunity to draw at the bottom if you so choose, and also schedule it out hour by hour. So I visually need to see how much I'm cramming into a day, because oftentimes I'll put down my priorities, like edit and upload video. Gotta find it into your schedule, and visually seeing that fill up is so cool. But I also wanted to show you the cool thing about it. It also has some blank pages too. Let's see. So how to erase it. So this is the cool thing about, the Frixion pens. Again, my favorite brand. Oop, if you can see it, Frixion. They come in so many different colors, and they feel like real pens, and they last until you're ready to remove it. And so when you're using the Rocketbook, you can only use the pens of Frixion to erase it and everything. But I'll just show you that it's just like a really nice writing experience. And I'll show you how they erase really easily too. And so it's sticking and staying, which is awesome. And it feels like real paper. I don't know if you can hear this. But it has a really cool Rocketbook rug, or not rug, yeah, this is a rug. It's like a little handkerchief, but essentially if you wet this, you erase everything. So, let me get some water. Make it wet. And it just needs a little bit. And I find this so satisfying, so hopefully you can see this right. But I can just wipe away everything. Just like that. Goodbye. Goodbye. And just clear it off, which is awesome. And I find this is so nice, and again, it's kind of like a mindfulness technique too, of just letting go of what no longer serves you. And so now it's already dry and ready to be used again, which is really nice because look how thin this is. And I can throw this easily into my backpack or purse. It doesn't take up a lot of space when it comes to my office, which is really, really tight and a shared space. So I absolutely love this. Use it every day. And hopefully this could be a wonderful gift for people who are, eco-friendly, that want to be mindful of their paper consumption, and want to be more creative when it comes to their note-taking or their planning. So this is the Rocketbook Panda Planner. And let me link it to the chat. There we go. And the planner is $37, but I've heard some other things like Passion Planner being ridiculously expensive and then being big and not in a good way. So I think this is so great. I've been using it all year long. It's slim. I love being able to use the friction pins to it. And so if you're looking for another option that's cheaper, I have another one. So this is kind of like my idea sketch pad. So it's the same thing as far as an erasable planner and erasable folder to have, but the Smart Notebook, this company is way more affordable and is like exactly the same as Rocketbook. Again, all these things I've bought. I'm not affiliates with these people, but this one has both lined paper, as you can see here, and dotted paper. So just looking at all these things, I love using this for scratch paper, which is really cool. My to-do list and just random doodles. And I think there's like close to 50 pages, which is really great. So the biggest thing about this is trying to erase and everything of this sort. I'll just find you like a silly doodle that I did the other day. I was really stressed and just had to write something down. So this is just like some strange art I ended up doing, and it's time to erase that. And again, the same technique. If you buy both, you can use the same pens, use the same things, and it just wipes away, which is really awesome. And I will say that I like the paper feeling of this notebook a little bit better. And you can still use the Rocketbook app with the Smart Notebook. So I'll go ahead and place that in the comment section below too. And this one, it is $16.99, so it's like half the price. If I'm doing my math correctly. It's cheaper than the Rocketbook because Rocketbook's a brand and Homestack or the Smart Notebook is not. So hopefully this helps people who are busy taking notes. Again, scrap pieces of paper. And the cool thing that I like, I saw the packaging. So the cool thing about this is that it came with 2 pens, which is awesome. And who doesn't like sticky notes? And the cool thing about these sticky notes is that they are erasable too. So you can use the same pen and write these down and mark down your notebook and erase them when you're done and reuse them. So again, really great for students. Let me know what would really enjoy this gift of a reusable notebook. Let me know in the comments below. And so hopefully that crunkling paper made some head tingles. I know for me, I kind of like doing it, and that could be ASMR. So let me know what your ASMR triggers are through exploring all these cool things. So next up, let's see. I should probably tell you the pens and pencils that I use. So these are the Frixion pens, and there's a lot of cool colors. So they're rainbow. I got a 24 pack for $24. Heck yeah, $1 each. Usually they are way more expensive if you get them individually at like an art store like Michael's or something like that. Cool colors. This is my favorite. I love teal. And the cool thing about it is that they are a little bit thicker. So they are a marker. They are a little bit more thick. But what I really like is that the tip, if you can see here, has an eraser. So you can erase it on a normal piece of paper. I will say, if you are using the planners, don't erase on the planners, because it gives like a little rubbery texture that may kind of damage the book. So it is recommended to use the wipe, the all-purpose wipe for this. But I absolutely love all the colors. I've given these to many different of my friends who love just all the colors, because if you're having a planner or you're note-taking, colors are a lot better than plain old black or blue. You want to highlight things. And you know what? The Frixion, they actually make highlighters too. So you can erase any of your mistakes in your textbook or book if you're using them to highlight. But these are really fun. Use them anytime, anywhere. And again, 24 colors for 24 bucks. That's a really good deal for an erasable pen. I'll link this in the chat. And thank you so much, DIYs, for coming out here. I appreciate all your support, just showing up here, chatting. I'll see you next time. Enjoy having the park with the kids. And I'll continue to do this, so anytime, come back. I'll put all the cool gifts in the description below. Enjoy your day. But for those who are sticking around, let's see, what are other cool little tips? So I've given this to one of my really good friends. She absolutely loves all the colors. It's just fun, especially for artist friends. This is just a cool way. But for those who really like multitasking, it's another Frixion pen. And they come in a lot of different colors. So it looks like a professional pen, which is pretty cool. But again, it's erasable, it's refillable, and it has 3 different colors, which is pretty cool. And it has a nice little grip, which I absolutely love. And it's purple. So the cool thing about this, if you can hear it, is you can refill these with, this is, let's see, 0.5. So you have to make sure you get the right refillable ones, but that's what I love, is that I love the color purple, and just the weight of this just feels more professional. And when I was doing psychological assessments where I have to make sure people are, doing their IQ test correctly, are, answering the questions right or wrong, this was the best tool that I've ever used, because I didn't have to switch between 2 different pens and basically say to them inadvertently, oh, you got that one wrong. I would just use this pen and just switch between the red, obviously incorrect, and then the blue, correct. And then any of my notes, I would put in gray or black, which is pretty cool. The gray I love because it looks like a pencil when you write it, but again, it sticks, it stays, and you can erase it. So this is really helpful whenever I was doing psychological testing. If maybe I went back and reviewed my notes and, oh wait, actually they did answer that question correctly, or I needed to redo some rescoring, or I did my math wrong, I would be able to correct it, but still using ink, because that's really important too. So this one is a little more expensive for a pen, but it's very weighty. I love the weight of this. And it's 18 bucks, and they come in different colors, and it's refillable too. So in comparison with these, the Frixion colors, these are not refillable. So once you're done with the color, you have to buy kind of like a new set. But I've been having this one. I've had this one for 5 years that I've continued to replenish, and I'll link both this, the actual pen itself, and then the refills, which the refills are actually cheaper in the long run than buying a huge set below. So let me know, who would you think would be good with one of these pens in your life? Hey, for those who are still sticking around watching this, what are you doing right now a Sunday. Are you going through Amazon right now? Let me know in the comment section. So I just put in the chat box right here. If you're watching live or watching the replay, the links to the cool pin. And the refillables. Let's see, do I have any refillables? I think I put them away, but that's okay. All right, so thinking of other kind of workplace, work from home, also for really great artists or other kind of mindfulness practitioners, this next one is going to be a lot of fun. So you probably maybe seen these in art museums, or maybe in Michael's or something, but it's called a mini Buddha board, and it's super cute. Let's see if you can see this little Buddha. And it's a really cute way of practicing mindfulness. And so it looks kind of cool and strange at the same time. But you can put this on your desk. It comes with a paintbrush. And what you do is that it's supposed to mimic mindfulness, which even your thoughts, even your feelings are impermanent. They disappear. All things are impermanent. And what I like to do is, especially when I'm having a rough day, I just write down on this an unhelpful thought or unhelpful feeling in that moment, and just write it down and see it disappear. So the thing is that this board is magical some way, somehow. And by wetting it, the water just evaporates. So I'll show you how this is happening. I need to refill it though. So it's really cute that it's an easel on one, and it has a little trough here to put the water in. So you just need a little water. And let's see if you can see this well. So the really cool thing, this prime brush is actually pretty good. So you just dip it in the thing right here. And then, I don't know what I'm going to draw, but that's okay. But you can just see it up here over time. And you'll start to notice that it disappears. So this is really helpful, especially, well, if I was seeing people in person. But it's really great just to not have to clean up. If you want to paint something out, draw, doodle, or like an unhelpful thought, like... trying to think of an unhelpful thought right now. I say, hi, I am anxious. And what we see over time, and do other kind of swirls while this is drying a little bit. I mean, art therapy does wonders. This is so relaxing. But we'll see over time, already maybe, that some of the water's already drying up. And over time, give it like another minute or so, you'll find that this whole thing will evaporate away, which is really cool. See, already the high is going away. And I think when I blow on it, it goes away even quicker. So again, this is really cool. I have it on my desk. I play with it from time to time. And it's just really cool for practicing mindfulness, practicing letting go of unhelpful thoughts. And it's really cheap too. This one is like a 5x5 mini Buddha board. That is only $15. So highly recommend to artist friends, people who want to start getting into mindfulness, even kids. Kids absolutely love this because it's so cool. I mean, everyone has a kid inside. It's just so cool to see it disappear. So I'll go ahead and link that in the description. There we go. That's the mini Buddha board. $15. Gotta make you holla. And let's see, this is the last one. So, really appreciate you all that are tuning this in and catching the replay. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, if this has given you value, if you found new ASMR triggers, if you just really enjoyed or got some good ideas for cool and appropriate as well as useful gifts. So last but not least, you've probably seen this one on my channel. I use it every day. It's worth every single penny. And it's great for artists. It's great for other therapists and other people who are interested in starting mindfulness. And it is a Tibetan singing bowl set. So it's super, super cute and absolutely beautiful. And it comes with a little mallet or a player. Two sides make two different sensations, as you can see here. And another one too, if you try to get really fancy, you can make it sing. And this is very meditative. So this is by Silent Mind. I really enjoy this company. It comes with a nice little sitting poof, if you would. Comes in different colors and different kind of materials. Some have like engravings on it, and some are really big. You can even find different tones. So I don't know which tone this is, but some people get really into it where they have multiple bowls that have multiple scales and chords and tones to it. You can even do it with your fingers, which is cool. But yes, this is really great. I use it every day, especially in my meditations. I'll link above and below the 1 minute meditation that I use with the singing bell. And it is, I believe, $37. I think they're having a sale right now, which is really cool, but it's worth every penny. I believe this is manufactured in Tibet as well. Really great company with this, and learning how to sing the bowl, it takes some skill because you have to flick at the wrist, but if you can just like bang on it, it does fine. But it's really helpful. I'll just share some of the things that I use with this, not only for guiding meditations and hypnosis, but also my own self-hypnosis. So with this, I go in with an intention of starting my day with an intention, starting my day with focus. And it's one of those things that I kind of tell myself, after the ringing of the bell, everything else would fade to the background. And then once I hear no sound at all coming from the bowl, I'll be fully aware, fully present, and fully engaged in this moment. And so it's nice to just be able to have a physical cue and an action, a ritual to get you into a state of mindfulness and awareness and presence. And also, I use this as kind of a cleansing ritual too. So let's say you have a really bad day, or technology is just not your friend today, or maybe if you're a healthcare provider and you had a really tough session with someone, what I like to do is clear kind of the air and clear the vibes in the air, essentially, as weird as that may sound. But I just kind of do my own kind of singing bowl while I make it sing, and then suggest to myself that once the sound completely ends, I can no longer hear even the slightest sound. The negative thoughts and negative emotions that I experience will be faded away, just like this sound. And it's a really nice, brief, like 30 seconds to even a minute meditation, if that you can fit into your day. And it's just really fun and just a really beautiful tone. So with that, I will link in the description box too. Again, this is a Tibetan singing bowl. It does take some skill to really make it sing and reverberate, but it's really fun and is a mindfulness practice in of itself. And so I really appreciate all of you for being here today. Hopefully this has given you some value. Maybe you have some good ideas for gifts, but I really wanted to end with a guided meditation using the good old singing bowl, one of my favorites. And so I want you to pay a close attention and just breathe naturally whenever I make this singing bowl sing. And when you start to hear the sound, I want you to close your eyes, really focus on the sound that it's making, and allow everything else to fade into the background. That's right. All thoughts and worries and concerns, all stress will leave your body and mind as the tone dissipates and disappears. So I want you to close your eyes right here, right now, if that feels right for you, to welcome in some relaxation. Take a mindful, intentional breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allowing gravity to rest on your body and mind. Feeling the feet on the floor. Being connected from afar, right here, right now. And in a moment, I'll sound this chime so this bowl sings to you. And I want you to focus with every cell in your body, if you can, the sound of this beautiful bowl. And just notice what it's like to be present and drop even more into the present moment. And when the sound dissipates and you can no longer hear the slightest sound of this bowl, you can open your eyes, feeling rejuvenated and refreshed, ready to take on the rest of your day. So I'm going to remain quiet here so that you can pay full attention to this bowl and allow any and all worries and concerns to leave your body and mind. Eyes open, feeling rejuvenated and refreshed. What did you notice? Comment below what you notice with this super quick and easy mindfulness exercise. I know for me, I'm noticing that I'm a lot more still and grounded and more in the present moment. And I'm so glad that I could share this experience with you of just meditating, connecting from afar. So let me know what you thought about all this, and if this was meaningful to you or gave you any cool ideas of how to give good gifts, any inspiration. Feel free to let me know and share with friends who may need some help during this time of trying to pick out the perfect gift. Perfect doesn't exist. It's the thought that counts. Don't worry about the money as far as how expensive the gift needs to be. If anything, I encourage you to be really heartfelt and, hey, even create something and share with your friends and loved ones how they have impacted you. And sometimes they'll get those gifts, the most creative gifts, are the ones that are the most meaningful, most heartfelt. So I hope this was really helpful for you. And thank you so much for tuning in here today. So happy for those who've showed up in the live stream and those who comment and subscribe after the show is over. But I'll link everything in the description below. And I hope to see you soon. I hope you're feeling more relaxed and rejuvenated and ready to take on the rest of your day, because I have more studying I have to do. So hopefully you can purchase your gifts today. They'll arrive and they'll be wonderfully accepted and really thoughtful for those who you've loved. Well, again, thank you for spending your time with me. I'm really appreciative of you. And again, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Having 400 subscribers is more than I ever thought would happen. And let's see if we can get to 1K, that infamous road to 1K, hopefully by the mid-January. That would be a wonderful birthday present. And let's see what happens. Well, until then, I have a lot of cool things coming up here. I'm working with 2 apps, which is really cool. My meditations will be on 2 different apps and 2 in 2021. So I will link some of the descriptions there so you can get early access or even a free subscription. And my podcast is coming out soon too. So stay tuned for that. But if you haven't already, hit that like button, comment below what you thought was the most informative or most helpful, and share with friends and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time, my brilliant beings, and may you find pockets of peace throughout your day. Take care.